guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to do a get ready with me. I already have my foundation on because I am currently filming a foundation review on the new Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation. It'll probably be up before this, so if it is, I will link it down below or in the little eye up above. So we're going to be using a couple of new products that I have, plus some older products as well, just kind of a mixture of things, just stuff that I've just been wanting to try and use. So the first thing, I do not have my concealer on. So I haven't really played too much with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, so that's what I'm going to try today. I've worn it probably 2 or 3 times, and I don't really need that much coverage. I only need this underneath my eyes today, so that's what we're going to grab today to use. Ooh. I heard that they're coming out with lighter shades of the foundation, and I think of the concealer. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But if they come out with a lighter shade of the concealer, I think I would be more interested in the lighter shade, as this one is... It looks okay on camera, but I would prefer something a little bit more brightening on my skin overall. But it blends in it blends in really easily. Today I don't have too much going on. Pretty much it's kind of a nasty day out. It's raining, it's hot, it's humid, and it's a perfect day to try out a foundation to see how it works, I guess. But it's just really nasty out, and all I have to do today, I already did some of my errands this morning. I did them in my PJs because they were drive-through errands, you know, those kind. Basically, it was just going to the bank and stuff, and I did that this morning after my husband left for work, and he has this weekend off, so I'm really excited that he has this weekend off. But yeah, so I just did errands this morning, and then I have a few errands to do. Oh, and this is, and so for this is just like a sample size of the Hoola Benefit, the cream one. I wanted to try this, and I saw on Sephora, if you did like an order, you got like a free little sample, and I had a couple of things to order anyway, so this was one of the samples that I grabbed. I don't know, it looks a little warm. I mean, look at it, it's kind of warm looking, but I'm pretty sure it blends out pretty well, or at least I hope. All the reviews that I've seen say that it blends out really nicely, and I'm actually going to use a brush for this, and I might go over it with my beauty blender. And this is the Marc Jacobs The Face 2 brush. Seems to blend out okay. I mean, maybe it's a little, I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think of the color. I don't know, does it really do anything? Maybe I need a little bit more, but I don't want to put too much more, and then I actually only put too much on this side. I don't want to put too much more and then look strangely orange. But anyways, there's not too much going on today. I'm going to use the sponge. I'm just going to go get some groceries, and then I'm actually going to the nail salon today. Normally I do my own nails, so this is the first time I've gone to a nail salon to get my nails done, and like, I want to say 2 years or so, and I'm also getting a pedicure. I've had manicures before, but I've never gotten a pedicure, and I usually just do my nails, my toenails, all on my own, because I have the stuff to do it, and so I don't see the reason. It only takes a couple of hours of my time. If I have it, then I will do it, but I'll be honest, I didn't do anything to my feet all winter long, and I just don't want to deal with it, and I'm kind of feeling slightly embarrassed because my feet are in horrid condition right now, and I don't know if I'm kind of going to be embarrassed to go to the salon and have her see my feet, but that's silly. That's just me being silly. I'm sure she's seen way worse. But yeah, so I'm going to go get my nails done. I think I'm going to have her do like a marble design on them or something. I don't know, maybe in gel. I definitely don't want acrylic or anything on them because I don't want any buffing or anything done on my nails, because no. I take far too good care of my nails for her to be buffing on them. I actually think that I'm going to go in with my Chanel Tan D, whatever this is, you know, the popular cream stuff. I'm gonna go in with some of that on my sponge and apply that. Actually, they look pretty similar in tone, but this one I feel like actually shows up on the skin a little bit more. That one kind of blended out to nothing. Very subtle. I mean, if you're looking for really subtle bronzer, that is probably a really good one, as it really didn't do much to the skin. It's a little bit better. I don't like the bronzer, the Chanel one by itself. I like it layered underneath things. Something a little bit more neutral over top, because on its own it's a little bit too warm, a little bit too orangey for really pale skin. But when it's layered, it's nice and it lasts all day, so that's why I like wearing it. I don't really need my makeup to last all day today, but as I'm not really doing anything, like I said, I'm filming this, I'm filming a review, and I have a nail appointment at 5. It's currently, I don't even know, it's only like 1:30, so I have lots of time. Alright, so next thing, I think I'm going to go in and actually set this concealer, although it doesn't look that bad. It's not creasing really. It creased right here where I have like the biggest crease, but not bad. The other eye's not creased at all. But I am still going to set it just because it's what you do. You set your concealer. And I'm going to go in with my current favorite, the Urban Decay Velvetizer. I really like this stuff to set my face and under eye area. I just think it works so well. It's so lightweight and it does a really good job at concealing pores. And texture on the skin. I don't think it does a good job at I personally don't feel like it does a good job at making your skin matte all day. I think if you have oily skin, I think you're still going to get oily using that setting powder, as it doesn't really mattify, keep your skin matte throughout the day. It does a decent job for dry skin though. And then I'm not going to really bake my face. I'm just going to go ahead and I still have that booger right there. I can't seem to shake that guy, but that's okay. Eventually he'll go away and then I'll be okay again. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is from Makeup Geek, and I ordered these back when I ordered the shadows, and I haven't really used them at all, so I kind of want to use the contour colors today. And I got 2 shades. This one's a MAC one. That's a Makeup Geek blush. This is the Porcelain Contour, and then this is the Cool Tone one, and then I have the Porcelain Warm Tone one. So I'm going to go in with the Cool Tone one, and this is on my Marc Jacobs, the blush brush. I really like this for contour and for blush. It works really, really well for both of those. It's really, really soft, and it blends really nicely. It's not too bad. It's pigmented, but it blends pretty easily. I like to bring my contour pretty far. Most people don't, but I like it when I look straight forward and you can kind of see that line there, and that's why I do it. And then I think I'm going to actually do a little bit on my nose. I'm going to take, this is a Esam. I got this off of Muse Beauty Pro, Esam T37. I'm just going to take the tip of it into the contour powder and just do like the little areas that I like to contour, which is underneath my lip right here. I like to give a little bit shadow so it looks a little bit bigger. And I got a little bit too much right there. That's okay. We can just put some powder over it and it'll fade it away. And then I like to go, I start my contour when I do my nose. I start it right here and then I bring it down. That way it looks longer. And I don't really contour my nose every day. I usually, if I'm wearing my glasses, I don't contour my nose at all. But, oh, but I like to blend it up into the brow area right there. Just like that. And then I just take the big powder brush and kind of flick it up like that instead of flicking it down on either side. And I mean, it's not too much of a difference, and I don't even know if it made it better, but that's what we're going with today. The next thing is a bronzer from Bare Minerals, and this is one of their newer ones. It's been out for a while, but it's kind of new to me. And this is the Invisible Bronze and Fair to Light, and it's a lot like the Hourglass powders, where it's really, really lightweight, really finely milled, has a light sheen to it, but it's just a really, really nice color for fair skin, so I just been wanting to try it, so here we go. Of course, we're going to layer that on the other bronzers that I have, the liquid bronzers, or the cream bronzers that I put underneath, to see what it looks like. It definitely has a nice light sheen to it, which I don't mind. And I do go over my face with the big powder brush to kind of smooth everything over if I feel like I've put too much on or something. I usually go over with a setting. It's not bad. I like that. It goes on really nicely. It's really, really sheer, but I like that as you can build it up and make it look more natural. I don't contour my forehead, but I do put bronzer on it because, I mean, the sun would still hit my tiny forehead if I were ever out in the sun long enough for it to. It would still do it. So the next thing I'm really excited about, I actually just got this in the mail like literally 5 minutes ago, or well, longer than that, probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. And this is the new Lorac Beauty and the Beast blush palette. I did not order the eyeshadow palette. You guys know, I'm just not, if the eyeshadow palette isn't 100% I'm drawn to, I can't place the order to do it. But I did order this, as I do love blushes, and it just came in, and it has, She Was Always Fearless, it says it on the mirror there, and then it has like these little tree decal things that's on the mirror, and then when you get it, it has the four blushes here, and then it has like an plastic overlay with roses on it, and then these are the colors. I'm not too sure. I pretty much have these colors in my collection, but I really wanted it for the really pretty packaging, like the limited edition packaging. Plus, Beauty and the Beast was like my favorite Disney movie as a child. I used to literally watch it like 10 times a day until my mom was driven crazy, and she made me not, she would take it away and be like, you can't watch it anymore today, you have to start over tomorrow. So I wanted to get something from the collection, and I thought that one of my favorite things is I like face products, so that's why I went with the blush instead of a lipstick. Because the lipstick, I just decluttered my lipstick drawer, and I just got rid of probably like 20 lipsticks that I'd never use. So I didn't want any more lipsticks. But I do really like the Lorac blush formula, so that's why I went for the blushes. I think I'm gonna go into Rose. Hold it this way. So I think I'm going to go into Rose, which has a light shimmer to it, and then I'm also going to go into Enchanted, which Enchanted is a color that I have a lot in my collection. It's like a baby pink neutral color. It's a little bit on the warmer side. It's just a nice color to wear, and it's one of my favorite colors to use for blush. And then you have Fearless, which is like a highlight, and See Beyond. I think my nose ring is like popped up, sorry. Ooh, it's more pigmented than I thought. Well, blowing that out. So maybe tap the brush off. They are really nicely pigmented. The Lorac blush formula is just really soft and really easy to work with, and I've just always really liked them. I have another one of their palettes, the California one, and I love that one. I like all the colors in that, and I use that. Even the shimmery, like the really dark shimmery colors, I use that over my bronzer to create a really super glowy look. They're not for highlights, but definitely to create that glow, I like them. And I'm still just using the Marc Jacobs, the blush brush. Typically when I get into doing my makeup, I just end up using like one brush for multiple things just because it's just easy. There's no reason to bring out a whole bunch of them. So you'll guys have to tell me what you think. So I'll swatch all of them first. This is, the first color is, so the first color is Sea Beyond, and this one has a nice shimmer to it as well. It looks really, really pretty. It's a little bit deeper, but I think once it's sheared out, I could probably wear it pretty easily. The next one is the highlight shade, which is Fearless, which is like a gold highlight. So I think this would be beautiful on deeper skin tones. Unfortunately for me, that's a little bit too dark for me in my skin tone. I could never wear it as a highlight. The next shade is Enchanted, which is that light pink that I just always love and always am. And then the last shade is Rose, and it looks like a really pretty pink rose color. So it's pretty accurate, and it has a light shimmer to it as well. So the only shade that is matte within this palette is this one right here, and this is like $28 on the Lorac site, which is where I ordered it from. It took about a week to get to me. It took them a long time to ship it out, and then once they shipped it out, it got here pretty quickly. But yeah. So that, and this is the packaging for it. It has like the rose and then the Beauty and the Beast. This might be something that I actually keep the packaging for, because it is limited edition, and I don't know, it's Beauty and the Beast, and I just want to keep the packaging. I don't usually keep packaging. I usually throw it away as soon as I get stuff in. I just throw away the packaging because I never keep it. But I am not going to use the highlight in that today because that is definitely too dark, as you saw on the swatch. But what I am going to go for is one of my favorite highlights, and I actually like quite a few of Laura Geller's highlights. I like her Baked Vanilla. This is supposed to be an all-over face powder, but this is really, really shiny for an all-over face powder. It can be done if you have really dry skin, like the driest of the dry skin, but for me it's a little bit, even for my dry skin, it's a little bit too shiny for all over the face. But what I like to use this for is, you know, just regular highlight. It is really, really, it is really natural looking. And this is also an eSIM brush. It's the T38. It's slightly bigger than the one I was using earlier for contour. I like this brush for highlight because it's small enough that I can get in the areas that I want to get into. And I just take it on the brow bone and go down the cheeks. You can't really see it, which, I mean, I like that. That's what I go for in my highlights. Alright, I'm gonna go do my brows really quick off camera because there's no reason to show you my brows really. I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Brow Precise like I always do. I'm not gonna fill them in today. I'm just gonna put gel through them, and then I'll be right back. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Winky. Anytime I hear the name Winky, I just think of Harry Potter and Winky the house elf. And it just makes me smile. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of the Winky Lux powder. I really like this powder. I talk about it in my favorites. And I'm just going to take it on that brush that I used for... No, I'm not going to take it on that brush. I'm going to take it on this brush because I like to use it on this brush. This is just a random Morphe brush. I don't even know it. It's the M208. It's like a big shader brush. And I'm just going to take that and kind of... where I got a little bit on my skin, just clean up the area and just rub it all over my eyes in preparation for eyeshadow. I don't really know what to do on my eyes today. I am a lazy person when it comes to eye makeup. I like to just throw bronzer on my eyes and maybe some of the highlight and call it a day. I don't actually like typically doing eyeshadow on an everyday basis. But I do have like all these, I have these new shadows. These of course are from some of them are from Makeup Geek, some of them are from ColourPop. I'm not exactly what is what. I'm pretty sure this is ColourPop. Some of these other ones, this one's ColourPop. Ooh, oh no, I just I just dropped my shadow and it just literally rolled out the door. That shadow rolled so far. Okay, I don't know if I really want to do pink though. I'm gonna do something that I do every day, and I'm just gonna use, this is the Melt Rust Stack. I just got this as well, and I really like this. Like I was saying earlier, my husband finally has the weekend off. I'm just gonna be taking the first shade, which is Classic. It's just a nice neutral shade. It's kind of yellow toned, so it kind of shows up as a nice all over crease color for me. But anyways, my husband has the weekend off. He just started last weekend. He worked double, so this weekend he has off Saturday and Sunday, and he doesn't go back in until Monday night. So we have our friend coming over for the weekend, and then we're just gonna hang out with them all weekend, and that'll be really nice. That's who we're actually moving in with when we move. He's gonna be our roommate, and so he's gonna be living with us as well. So I'm pretty excited about it because we're all just really good friends. We all get along really nicely, and yeah, it's kind of like our own little family. Outside of our blood relatives, we're just kind of like 3 best friends. So they're literally like my 2 favorite people in the world, and I'm really excited to get moved in and just to start. But yeah, he's coming over this weekend, and then Jordan will be home, and we'll just be able to go do things together, which is nice because that doesn't happen anymore since he started this new position that he has. So the next color, I'm just pretty much gonna go down the stack. The next color in the stack is Antique, and this is a peachier color, and that's just gonna go up into the crease. I am going to be super sloppy because I mean and this is on the Wayne Goss 16 brush. It's just like the biggest brush that's in his eye set, and I'm just throwing it on. I mean, do you guys want to be zoomed in? Maybe you want to be zoomed in. I don't know. Kind of liking the way, I really like the way this foundation sits on the skin. It does let I have freckles on my nose, and it lets them show through. It shows, my imperfections do show through a little bit, but overall it evens out the skin tone. If I wanted to, I could have concealed this a little bit better. I might go in with a little bit of powder over it to help it, but personally I'm not the kind of person that worries too much about it. I mean, we are human, right? And humans have hair on their face, and they have bumps and lumps and texture to the skin. Though, I mean, I have to say, I never realized how textured my skin was until I actually got into a skincare routine like a couple years ago, and I started to actually play around with skincare and get into skincare. And then I realized, man, it makes such a difference to how your skin looks and how makeup applies over it. It's crazy. So the next shade is Rubbish, and this is a beautiful color. I love this color. I think I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush. Maybe the number 6, which is like, seriously, I can do a whole eye look with this brush, because you can kind of pack with this brush, but yet it's fluffy enough that you can work the crease with it as well, which is why I really like it. I really like this color. It is just they're showing up really golden on the viewfinder. They're slightly more orangey in real life. I don't know why they're showing up so golden, but maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I will get into editing a video and I don't look shiny at all in real life or when I'm actually filming, and then I get into editing and I just look like a grease ball. Which I have a couple of videos that I uploaded to edit them, and I realized I looked really shiny, but I'm still gonna edit them and just put them up because, oh well, because I don't want to refilm them. But just know that it wasn't that shiny in real life. And if this comes off really shiny, I'm not that shiny in real life. I just look glowy. Trying to extend my crease upwards a little bit so my eyeball doesn't swallow everything up. But pretty much like when he comes over and Jordan's off work and we're just all together, we just sit around and we play video games all weekend. Right now they've been really into, it's not DayZ, but DayZ is the first one that comes to mind. It's, what's it called? They play it all the time. Miscreated. Right now they're really into a game called Miscreated. And it's basically a survival game. It has, you know, zombies, and then other players are playing and you can make a base and that kind of thing. And it's just really fun to watch them play it. I'm the kind of person that I used to be a video gamer, and I used to play video games all the time. But anymore, I can't focus on it long enough to want to play it or to even have the desire to play it, but I enjoy watching other people play, which I've always enjoyed watching other people play video games. I don't know, I just really like watching other people play, and then, you know, kind of, you know, just talk to each other and just have fun, drinks, and usually I end up cooking, or we go out, or we do something like that. Anymore, I don't really care to go out to eat that often anymore. And the neck shade, I just took the neck shade up, and that is Rust on the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna put it here in the crease as well. And this is just the Makeup Geek foiled brush, the one that I've been going on about. I guess we're going for a really rusty look today. And now I'm going to take the number 20 from Wayne Goss, and I'm going to take a little bit more rust and put it on the outer edge. It turned into, this is why I can't do eyeshadow, because as soon as I start doing eyeshadow, I have to do more than I intended. So if I just use a bronzer and I just do bronzer, I'm literally done in 2 seconds. But then if I get out an eyeshadow palette and I start doing eyeshadow, I just keep going, and then I end up with something that is way more than I wanted for the day. But that's okay. I'll just be really made up for the nail salon and groceries, which, whatever. That's good enough. That's good enough. What I really like the classic shade for, I mean, it is a little too yellow tone. I would prefer something slightly less yellow. I do like to go in with it on a clean brush and kind of just sweep it around the edges a little bit to kind of help blend everything. Or you can just take a clean brush. That. Of course, me being me, I think I want to go a touch darker. I'm going to take the number 19. Is 19 smaller? No, 20 smaller. So I'm going to stick with the number 20 from Wayne Goss. And this is Rot. This is a beautiful dark brown color. Tap it off, and then I'm just going to go right here. And I'm not going to really swirl it around. I'm just going to kind of tap it in that little socket area to get the definition, to kind of raise my eye up a little bit right there. But yeah, just like that. Just a little definition right there. Just tap it in. I have the most trouble with this eye. This is my left eye, because it's a slightly different shape than this eye. This one's slightly more hooded, and this one has just like a weird crease where it like goes in further, and I sometimes have really a hard time getting shadow to stick right here in the crease, and it just makes things a little bit harder. This is always the eye that I have a difficult time with, but I guess, you know, it's whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world to have an issue with. Is anybody else really picky about how they clean their brushes? Like, I really want to clean my brushes again, and I just cleaned them. I just don't like certain brushes to be dirty. Like, I need to go through and wipe them on a towel. And I'm going to use this eye curler from Sephora. I do not know its name. It's just, it works really, really well. And my contact went all weird. But it curls my lashes really nicely. I have really long and really crazy lashes that just point everywhere. And I literally have like 3 or 4 rows of lashes, which is kind of, I don't know, it's like a mutant gene to have more than 1 row of lashes. Apparently I'm really weird, I guess, because I have like, literally I have, sometimes I'll have eyelashes growing up on my eyelid, like up here, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know. But I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Gifted mascara, and I just realized I forgot to use a setting spray. I'm gonna go in with the Glam Glow. Keep your eyes open, do not shut them. I don't know how people do it still with the setting spray after they put on tons of mascara, because I always get it smeared. Glam Glow, it has a really light mist, so it doesn't do it as badly, but regular, yes. So I just cleaned out my liquid lipstick drawer, and so I haven't used my ColourPop liquid lipsticks in a really, really long time, and I kinda want to go in with Bumble. Bumble was like one of my favorites. And I'm going to use this I just got in the Derm Store box, which was a couple of days ago now. Like, I just got this in my Derm Store box the other day, and this is the Lorac Palette Perfect Waterproof Lipstick in Spice. And I do have on underneath the Makeup Forever Lip Booster. If you ever mess up your lip liner, just wipe down in a downwards motion on your lip, and as long as it hasn't set up first. So I'm pretty much a big introvert, and I don't really go out and do things. I consider being social going to the grocery store alone and being around people. That's social. That's socializing to me. It's exhausting. I find it so exhausting to be around people. I do enjoy people, and I am really friendly and easy to get along with, but it's so tiring to just do it all the time. I don't know. I find it exhausting. Now we're gonna go in with Bumble. Hopefully, I think it'll work with what I have going on. I don't know. I haven't worn it. Oh. It's gotten thick. It's thicker than I remember. I haven't worn it like literally in like 6 months, because I just had other lipstick formulas that I like. This is like original ColourPop matte, ultra matte lipstick formula. But I just really like this color. It's just such a beautiful color. It has thickened up though, like crazy. I might need to throw it away. But we're gonna wear it today. It works. It works. It doesn't feel... It might, I don't know, it might already be crumbling on me because the formula is old. I wonder, do they still sell Bumble? If they still sell Bumble, I think I'm going to go online and buy a new one, because I really like this color, and it's only like $6. But anyways, this is my finished look, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be another long chit chat get ready with me, as they typically are. It isn't easy to edit down a chit chat get ready to me. It's not easy to edit a chit chat get ready with me down to like 15 minutes, so usually these do run a little bit longer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.